Welcome, Agnes and Paul, to our webinar today, Nexford and Kenya Airways. Kindly allow us a couple of minutes to see if we'll have more of your colleagues joining in. If not, we will start at about five minutes past 2:03, so at about 2:08. Thank you for joining and looking forward to interacting with you today. Also, just to mention as we move along, if you have any questions, please feel free to use the Q&A section at the bottom of the webinar screen, and our team will respond to you. Welcome, Christine. Good to have you. Just mentioning to Agnes and Paul that we are waiting for a couple of your team members, and then we'll kick off our webinar today. All right, I see a couple of more people have joined in, so welcome. Those that have joined, we were giving your teammates a couple of minutes so that we can be able to kick off. Kindly allow us 3 minutes and we can start off at 10 minutes past the hour. The rest will find us along the way, and also because we'll have a recording available, they will still be able to view the webinar. I'd mentioned earlier to the rest of the team that were here, should you have any questions as the team progresses, please feel free to use the Q&A box. You can also chat us and our team will respond to you. The Q&A is a bit better because then we are able to ensure that we respond to all the queries that are raised. See, we have a couple of people still joining in. Thank you for those who kept time. We appreciate it. And we appreciate your patience in allowing your other team members to join in for us to kick off together. Just one more minute and we'll have the webinar going. All right, great. We are ready to kick off our webinar today. This is Nexford. My name is Lydia Karingithi. I'm the country director for Nexford University in Kenya, and I'm joined by my incredible colleagues today who will be part of the webinar from the admissions team, compliance team, and also a team that will take us through the virtual tour. So it's good to have you all. In case anyone has joined before, I had given a couple of housekeeping rules. Please feel free to ask any questions you might have. You can use the Q&A box for the webinar. That will ensure that we get through any questions you might have, or even if you use a chat box, we'll still be able to respond to you. So great. So we'll start our webinar today. And just in case you were not there for the webinar launch of the partnership between Kenya Airways and Nexford, kindly allow me and indulge me to give you the context of how we got here. So this collaboration is part of our Nexford Education as a Benefit, and it is designed to empower professionals like you to achieve your educational and professional goals. And as a testament to this partnership, all Kenya Airways employees will receive a 30% scholarship on all Nexford programs. And this ranges from our bachelor's programs, our graduate or master's programs, all the way to a short professional development courses. So this particular webinar is one of many, and it will showcase the breadth of our offerings as Nexford and how we can help you as Kenya Airways employees to unlock your potential. So whether you're looking to earn a degree, whether you're looking to enhance your skills, we are here to support you in every step of the journey. And I'll share a very interesting statistics from the International Finance Corporation on the trend that is online learning. And what we are seeing is in today's fast-paced digital world, online learning is continuously evolving. And this is to meet the evolving needs of diverse learners. And so IFC, from a study they recently did, projected the growth of online higher education to grow significantly with an annual growth rate of about 10%. This is from 2024 for the next 5 years to 2029. And this particular growth is mainly driven by an increased demand for flexible learning options, especially among working adults who need to be able to balance their studies with professional and personal responsibilities. And this is where Nexford comes in. So we are uniquely positioned as Nexford University to meet your needs or those needs that we are seeing are evolving. And we do this by providing accessible, flexible, and high quality education that is tailored to today's dynamic workforce. So who is Nexford? We are a US accredited university, but we are also recognized locally by the Commission for University of Education. And we have learners from over 110 countries, people who are looking to build in-demand skills and doing this 100% online. So we leverage technology to deliver world-class education at a fraction of the cost of traditional university. All programs are future focused. All Nexford programs are future focused and competency based, and they enable you to build practical skills you will use to get ahead in your career. There are no fixed class times, and you can flex your learning to fit your schedule. We have a running joke where we say everybody has 12 opportunities in a year to begin their learning. And this is because we have an intake at the first of every month. So as long as you enroll by the 28th of the previous month, you can begin your learning at the first of every month. So tuition fees are charged on a monthly basis. And the faster you graduate, the more money you save. A couple of other features of our programs that really excite me is one, personalized support. So what we do is we understand, especially in our market, having come from in-person learning and transitioning to a purely online learning model takes a bit of intention and effort. And so we do have success advisors that are assigned to every learner to really just help you figure out how to balance and flex your learning around your schedule. And if you have any challenges, say with your professor or faculty, with the learning content, with the learning path that you will choose, there is dedicated support for you that is 24 hours to really guide you through your learning journey with Nexford. The other piece that we have that is also exciting is the stackable credential model. So what we have done is we have broken down our courses into piecemeals. So for instance, say, you'd like to take a couple of courses for the MBA, but because of your work schedule, because of, your responsibilities at this point in time, you're probably not able to take the entire program at once. You can then take those as individual short courses. And when the time comes and you are looking to take on that particular program, one, you will have completed those, you will have a certificate for those, and you'll be able to transfer those credits into your program. And this will therefore save you money and save you time. And what that means is the quicker you can study, the quicker you graduate and more money you save. Of course, there are prerequisites like ensuring you're meeting the grades that are required for each particular program. But really the whole point is to give you that flexibility to flex your learning around your schedule. I'm now going to run you through the programs that we have. And for this particular programs, what we've done is we have already applied the 30% scholarship discount that has been given to Kenya Airways employees. So we have 3 master's programs. Well, we have 4, but the Master of Entrepreneurship is not here, but these 3 are available to you. So we have the MBA program, which you can take as a standalone, or you can take with the different specializations that are listed here. The specializations are artificial intelligence, sustainability, international business cybersecurity, e-commerce, fintech, and blockchain. We also have the Master of Science in Digital Transformation and the Master of Science in Data Analytics. We are looking to revamp our programs depending on the demand that is there and also the future of work. So keep it locked for other new programs that we'll be launching in the coming months. So for the master's programs, the average completion time is 18 months. But remember, we said you can flex your learning around your schedule, and therefore you can choose a learning path that works for you. And so if you complete earlier than the 18 months, you will only get charged for the duration that you will have taken to complete your program. It's also important to mention that we cap our tuition prices at the 18th month mark. So if by any chance you take a longer time to complete your master's program, we will not charge you. But again, you have a deadline of completing this within 27 months. So with the scholarship at hand, Kenya Airways employees pay $210 per month for the Masters of Business Administration and the Digital Transformation Program. But for the data analytics, it's about $214 per month. We also have one undergraduate program, and that's a Bachelor of Business Administration, and the specializations are listed therein. So you can take that again as a standalone or add a specialization. And you have the option of picking more than one specialization. However, you can only take them one specialization at a time. A specialization basically means you will add on an extra term to your tuition duration, basically an average of 4 to 8 weeks, for you to be able to graduate that particular specialization. So with the current scholarship that is accorded to Kenya Airways employees, the BBA will cost you about $129 per month. And then of course, this will be multiplied by the number of months that you will take to complete. And the whole essence of flexible monthly tuition is, one, to allow you to plan, but also you're able to project depending on the learning path you will choose, how much you will be able to spend for your program. Then other than the degree programs, we do have the non-degree programs. So if you are looking to take a short course that will help you gain a particular skill, or you're looking to solve a particular business problem, we also know how the skills of the future of work are constantly evolving. And we have those programs that really reflect the workforce of the future. Then you have the option of taking a graduate or undergraduate certificate, or a graduate or undergraduate course. So basically, the reason we categorize them that way is really dependent on your level of education. So if you are a graduate, you can then take, or if you have an undergraduate, you can take a graduate course or certificate, or if you are yet to get an undergrad, you can take an undergraduate certificate or course. So basically, the prices listed here as well are inclusive of that 30% scholarship that we have accorded to you. The certificates take slightly longer. This go for about 5 to 6 months, while the courses are aligned to a stackable credential model, and they take you about 4 to 8 weeks to complete. We have a portfolio of over 100 courses and couple of certificates as well for you to review. So if you go to our website, you'll find those listed there. But also, when you reach out to us, we'll have an application specialist who can take you through the list of certificate programs and courses that we have that would be aligned to your career goals and your objectives. Great. So what we have done before we move to the admission process is we have simplified the process of Kenya Airways employees applying for our programs, and we have created a landing page that is dedicated to you. And what this means is, if you would want, and definitely we'd all want you to have access to the scholarship, this is the landing page that you would go to, www.nexford.edu/partners/Kenya Airways, and that lists all the programs that we have and the scholarships that are available to you, together with the application process. But don't worry, we will be sending this to you via email, and also Effie has access to this particular link and will ensure that you get it for you to be able to access the scholarship. What's important to mention, and I know my teammate will speak about it later, is for you to have access to the scholarship, you'd need to use your Kenya Airways email address to apply for the program. However, there is an option if you would want to apply with your personal email. There is a code that you would get from our team or also from Effie that would allow you to also benefit from the scholarship. So I'd like to now call upon Sandra to take us through the admission requirements. Oh, sorry, Therese, that's you. Please go ahead.
No problem. All right, thank you for that, Lydia. Hi, everyone. Once again, my name is Therese, and I'm the admission team lead here at Nexford. Joining me today is our head of compliance, Sandra. So I'll be discussing our admission requirements. As you can see here, there are 4 major admission requirements that you'll need to submit aside from the application fee. These are a digital copy of your government issued ID, your passport style photo, your proof of graduation or completion, and proof of English language proficiency. Now, for the government issued ID, this must have the following: your full name, date of birth, and your photo. If your ID has an expiry date, it must be valid upon submission. So some of the IDs that we accept are your passport, voter's card, driver's license, and national ID. Next up is your passport style photo or your headshot. This must be professional looking and clear, as this will be verified against the photo on your government issued ID. This is part of our identity verification process. Third is your proof of graduation or completion. This varies depending on the level of the program you're applying for. At the undergraduate level, this pertains to our undergraduate degree programs like the AAS or BBA, as well as our undergraduate level certificates. Now, for the graduate level, this pertains to our master's degree programs, as well as our graduate level certificates. Now, for our undergraduate applicants, the minimum requirement is your high school credential. For East African countries like in Kenya, since you have a national examination, we require you to submit your national examination result or certificate. This is for us to check if you meet the minimum requirement for the program you're applying for. So, for example, for Kenyan applicants, we require your KCSE or your Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education, and the minimum requirement is an overall average or mean grade of C plus in 7 to 8 subjects. Now, some of you may have also taken the IGCSE or the GED test. This is due to following an international curriculum. So the IGCSE is the International General Certificate of Secondary Education, and the minimum requirement is a grade of C in 5 subjects, including math and English. For the GED, this is the General Educational Development Test. The requirement is a minimum score of 145 in all 4 content modules. Now, we also have we also receive applications for those who have completed a diploma. If you are one of those diploma holders, you can apply using this credential. And if you want to apply for transfer credit, you may do so for our undergraduate degree programs like the AAS or PBA. Our registrar's office will be more than happy to review your transcripts to check if there are any courses from your diploma that may transfer to our degree programs. All right, and for the graduate level, the minimum requirement is a bachelor's degree. So we will need your bachelor's degree certificate or transcript. But if you hold a higher credential, such as a master's degree or a doctorate degree, then this will also work. Next is your proof of English language proficiency. So we actually use various electronic databases that allow us to verify the language of instruction of most universities across the globe. We also use this to verify the language of instruction of a specific country's education level. So for example, for Kenyan applicants, we can usually waive this requirement for you because we are able to confirm that the language of instruction in Kenya is English. However, if you're unable to do this, then you will be required to submit proof of English language proficiency. And for the application fee, this is for $25. Aside from this, we also have specific requirements for our master's degree programs. Applicants who do not meet these requirements must pass the required foundation courses with a grade of C or better. So for example, for the MBA or the Master of Business Administration program, for full acceptance, we require at least a bachelor's degree in a business-related field, such as in accounting, management, or economics. Otherwise, you are required to take 1 foundation course before you take the core MBA program. Second, for the MSDA or the Master of Science in Data Analytics, full acceptance requires a business-related degree with a statistics course. However, there are some cases where we can waive one of the 2 required foundation courses under this program. So for example, if you hold a business-related degree but did not take a statistics course, or you have a statistics degree but do not hold any other business-related degree, then we can waive one of the 2 required foundation courses. Next, for the MSDT, or the Master of Science in Digital Transformation, the requirement for full acceptance is a business or IT-related degree. Otherwise, you'll have to take one foundation course. Lastly, for the MSE, or the Master of Science in Entrepreneurship, we don't really have a specific requirement for this program. A bachelor's degree in any field will suffice. And that's all for our program-specific requirements. If any of you have any questions regarding our admission requirements, feel free to contact us at admissions@nexford.edu. That's all on my end. I'll hand this over to Mai to discuss the application process.
Yeah, thanks so much, Therese. Hi, everybody. My name is Mai, and I'm a senior for more than 5 years now. And yeah, I've spoken with many nurses to tell you more about the application process. It's honestly very straightforward. You'll see right here, u.nexford.edu, but there's a special link that you're going to be the
One second, can you confirm if you can hear mine or it's on my end? Oh, I'll come back, Mai.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm back now. Everybody can hear me fine, yes. All right, fantastic. So as you were saying, the first step is you need to just go to apply.nxu.nexford.edu, but there is a special link that you're going to be given to start your application, and it's important that that's the link that you use to access the online portal. And then the next step, you're going to be asked to enter your Kenya Airways email address. I'd like to just go to the next slide for a minute and go back here later, just to show everybody an example. That's basically how it's going to look like. This is the online portal. You're going to be asked right from the beginning to input your email address, and that's where you need to make sure not to put your personal email address, but rather your Kenya Airways email address, and then just submit. And it's going to take you to the next page. We can go to the next slide here. Just step 2 is after inputting your email address, you're going to be sent to your email a verification code. You'd receive this in your email inbox, so just make sure to put that verification code in that slot you see right there. And then you'll also be given an enrollment code from a Nexford application specialist. So if we can go back to the original steps. Fantastic. So after the verification code, like you saw, you're going to then need to enter an enrollment code, and that's going to be provided to you by a Nexford application specialist that probably is already in contact with you, or you would need to reach Effie, who's the Kenya Airways L&D point of contact, and also if it is that you're using your personal email instead. Don't worry, you'll find somebody who will give you that enrollment code, and that is the one that you'll input there, and then you'll move on to the next step or the next page where you get to select the program of your interest, the one that you wish to enroll in. And then you just need to submit your application. Of course, we've gone through the application or the admission requirements already today. So hopefully you're selecting a program at this point that you know you are eligible to enroll in. Select that program, submit your application. There's a one-time mandatory $25 application fee that you're going to need to pay. And then that's it. You'll submit your application. You just need to wait for hopefully a positive application decision from our admissions team. It can take 1 to 2 days to receive that feedback, and then to receive the enrollment steps so you can move forward to the enrollment stage. So there's an application part, and that's what we've gone over. It's pretty straightforward and pretty simple. And then just the enrollment part, you'll receive another code at that stage, which is the KenAir_01. That is the discount code for your tuition, and you're going to need to input that at the stage of enrollment. So honestly, this is all you need to know. These are the steps. If you need any assistance throughout the way, you can always connect with us. So just visit the landing page. That's pretty simple. Just go to nexford.edu/partner/Kenya-Airways. You'll see a form there that you need to fill. Just tick the consent box so that you can receive a call and then submit, and then you'll be assisted by a dedicated Nexford application specialist to follow just the steps, and they can assist you further. That way you can complete your application and your enrollment and hopefully start learning with us as soon as you like. So those are the application steps. And now I'd love to share my screen to tell everybody more about the learning experience at Nexford. All right, so what everyone is currently looking at is the main dashboard of our online learning platform at Nexford. So once you get enrolled, you'll get access to our online learning platform. The learning management system that we use is called Canvas, and it is very user-friendly. I'll show you some of the features today of how you can navigate through Canvas, but also important to note is that you will go through an NXU orientation anyway once you get enrolled. This is sort of a welcome package. It's a short course that you need to complete before you start your official Nexford program, whichever program it is that you chose to enroll in. You need to complete this NXU orientation, and you can finish it in as little as 30 minutes. It's, it tells you everything you need to know about the online platform, how to get started. You'll get access to all of the university policies, access the academic resources and services, and then also get tips and tricks on how to succeed in online learning. So once you go to the module section, you'll see that there are modules 1 through 4. Like I said, it's quite short. A standard Nexford course actually has 6 modules and a final project, whereas this one, it's quite short. You're not getting graded on this. It's just telling you everything you need to know to succeed online. And as soon as you go to, the module 1, you get an introduction to the Nexford community, which also involves a welcome video from our founder and our CEO, Fadal Tarzi, where he tells everybody a bit more about Nexford's mission and how we got started. So I'd like to play this just, for everybody for a few minutes.
It's been said that the future is a convenient place for dreams, so why not dream big? I've always known education changes lives, but I first realized its impact over a decade ago. On my entrepreneurial journey, I saw a gap between the skills of college graduates and the needs of employers. With my own startups, I struggled to find people with the right competencies. For example, I couldn't find a software engineer with effective communication skills. I couldn't find the creative designers who could plan. I thought to myself, is this why unemployment stats of college graduates grab so many media headlines? And it's not a graduate's fault. Burdened by heavy debt, cohorts of learners walk away from university unprepared for the workplace. That's why I set out to create a university for you, one that I'm convinced has the potential to positively impact lives as well as millions worldwide. I'm Fadel Al-Tarzi, and I can proudly say that I'm the founder and CEO of Nexford University. Expect NXU to meet you where you are and to equip you with the skills you need to succeed in your career. And just because you're learning online doesn't mean you're alone. If you ever feel lonely or frustrated, use our interactive features, share widely on social media, book a chat with your success advisor, speak to a faculty member, connect with your peers, and please, talk to me. I'd like your real-time feedback so that we can continue, with the help of your insight, to improve Nexford experience for future generations. I'm proud of what we've achieved. I hope you share my pride in being part of something bigger than yourself, a next-generation American university that's affordable and accessible to all. As a valued member of our community, I encourage you to follow us on social media, wear our yellow and black university colors with pride. And lastly, do your best. I wish you every success.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. As you can see, hopefully that taught you a little bit more as well about Nexford and Nexford's mission. So you'll see that the courses at Nexford are not just workplace relevant. They're engaging, they're interactive. We use diverse multimedia content that brings learning a life. Just like this video you saw right here, you'll see that your courses are a mix of videos. They're not just a lot of text. We don't want our learners falling asleep, so you'll find a mix of videos like these. You'll find embedded audio clips within your courses, within your modules. You'll find downloadable resources, interactive exercises, a lot of things to always keep learning experiences fresh and dynamic, and it's always engaging. So hopefully I get a chance to show you some of those examples today, but just back on the main dashboard here, I do want to say or reiterate that you get access to this only after you complete your enrollment. So the steps that we mentioned earlier, the application steps and the enrollment, you have to complete your application and also your enrollment, pay at least the first month of your chosen program tuition in order to get your login credentials. You get your login information through which you can access this online platform. The same applies for the mobile app. So there is a mobile application, whether you're an Android user or an iPhone user, you can download Canvas Student. And it's great to use when you want to just study on the go. Perhaps you're commuting, perhaps you want to just check your studies, before you go to bed, whatever fits around your schedule. It's great that you also have a mobile application where you can access your courses, you can check your grades, you can speak with faculty members or fellow learners. You can even do some assignments on your mobile app, but definitely, of course, you need a desktop or a laptop in order to do your learning, most of your learning at Nexford. All right, so moving forward, let us have a look at what else you're going to be introduced to as you go through the NXU orientation course that we were talking about. Right from the beginning, we encourage learners to join WhatsApp study groups. So it's great to have a study buddy from the beginning of your program. And since we have learners from more than 110 countries around the world right now, you're going to find WhatsApp groups that are country-specific, program-specific, or intake-specific. And if you don't find a WhatsApp group to your liking, you can always start your own WhatsApp group and just connect with a success advisor, and they will, help you share that WhatsApp group with other learners to join. You'll also have the option to connect with a peer mentor. So peer mentors are current Nexford learners that are dedicated to making you feel welcome and helping you get settled in the new learning environment. You can even be a peer mentor yourself in the future if you like, but for now you can just book a session with any available peer mentor through this link. You can also reach out to a success advisor. So I'm excited to tell you more about success advisors shortly, but let's just move forward through the NXU orientation. You'll see right from the beginning as well, we encourage you to introduce yourself to the Nexford community in our discussion forums. So these discussion forums are embedded in every single course you have at Nexford, and normally it's used to spark vibrant discussions with other learners about course content and topics. But for the NXU orientation, you're just being prompted here to introduce yourself to the community, let them know more about yourself. Why did you join Nexford? Some learners like to share a link to their LinkedIn profile, for example. And then, of course, I'm not a Nexford learner, so this is a demo account, but normally at the bottom here, you're going to be able to find the different posts from different learners, posting and engaging with each other. You can comment, you can react to their posts and so on, and then people can really have a discussion. So it's one of the great ways you can connect with the community. While we're on this topic, let me just open a standard Nexford course as well, such as business analytics. And you'll see that the table of contents there kind of different than the ones we just saw. The NXU orientation, which is just, sort of your welcome course. You'll see here there's a people section. Under the people section is where you can see who is teaching this course, as well as what other learners are in this course along with you. Again, I'm only being able to see myself here, but normally you'll see a long list of learners. Under the column of role, you can find student or teacher, and then everybody has a profile you can click on. They put as much information as they like, but you'll often find contact information to reach out to them. You'll see a chat area as well, where you can have a live chat with any online and available learner, also within the course chat. So these are just one of the many ways you can communicate with the global community at Nexford. So next you'll also kind of go through what we're going through today. After this page is just you'll get access here to the knowledge base, to the Learner Success Resource Center. You'll get access to all of the policies, the University Starter Kit. You'll know everything you need to know from A to Z in order to succeed at Nexford and get tips just for learner success. Then moving forward is what I was saying is that you learn how to navigate through Canvas, which is kind of what we're doing today. I'm showing you a little bit about the online platform and where everything is, but you'll also get through this in your NXU orientation fully. You'll know where to go to get what you need, how to access courses. You'll have full control over the kinds of notifications that you receive as you're studying, which you can control in your account area, for example. And then finally, getting help. And this is where I tell you a bit more about success advisors. So you can chat with our success advisors either on WhatsApp or you can book a session with them, book a call with them for like an hour. You can send them an email. So they're almost available for 24/7, almost 24/7. And that is because we have success advisors posted all around the world. And their main goal is really to help you succeed. It's in their title after all, right? So you'll find that normally success advisors reach out to you before you even think of reaching out to them. And that is because they track your progress. They can tell if it looks like perhaps you're hesitant or you're falling behind in your studies, or even just to provide support. They do check-ins just to make sure you have everything that you need. And otherwise, you can always reach out to them. They can provide you very, very specific advice with your learning journey. You could tell them more about your schedule, when your job is, for example, when you have family responsibilities, even if you're studying somewhere else, for example, whichever it is you have going on in your life and how your schedule is, you could provide them specific information and they can tell you how to, sort your schedule so that you can when to do your studying, so they can help you with goal setting. They can help you with whether or not you want to do an accelerated learning pace at Nexford, or perhaps you're tight on time, whichever it is, they are there to help you. So you have the support of success advisors throughout your whole learning journey. And then, of course, if instead you're just having technical difficulties, you can always reach out to our tech team. Soon enough, once you join the learner community, you'll find that there's so many different teams you can reach out to for whichever reason or where you need help. So let's go back to the main dashboard here. So these boxes in front of you represent courses that you're enrolled in or a resource you always have access to, such as the writing lab. So let's open up the writing lab right here. So what is the writing lab? We know that learners are, not everybody's a natural born writer. And for the types of assignments you might be getting, there may be types of formatting you're not familiar with, you haven't used before. So if you go to the module section here, you get expert advice on, style guide, for example. This whole writing lab is here to elevate your writing with the cutting edge writing lab, and you get access to expert guidance. You'll see some papers and also some videos here where you can master the latest techniques for ethical AI use in research and content creation. So all of this is to ensure that your assignments shine. You even get help with paragraph structure and English grammar and so much more. So this can truly help you with your academic writing as well as your research skills. And then again, you can always reach out to a success advisor. You can always reach out to a professor. You can reach out to fellow learners. You can reach out to peer mentors. So there's a full community of support as long as you know how to utilize that as you're studying at Nexford. So again, back to the main dashboard, you'll see this left side navigation pane follows you no matter where you go in the online platform. As we saw earlier, if you click on courses, it just gives you an overview of the courses that you're currently enrolled in. If you go to the calendar area, it shows in your calendar assignments that's due, or module assignments, for example. These get added automatically in your calendar based on the courses that you're enrolled in and the actual assignments that's due. You can play around with the filter if you just want to get organized, do some planning. But of course, you can click anywhere to add your own event, to add your own to-do item. You can add more options, add frequency, and so on. And this calendar can definitely be synchronized with your PC, laptop, or your mobile phone. That way you ensure you never miss out on anything important. And then let's see what else. We've got the NXU library. So as a Nexford learner, you get access to over 60 million resources that cover so many different topics. This extensive online library is packed with thousands and thousands of databases, articles, publications, ebooks, and so on. And they're all accessible anytime, anywhere for no additional cost. It's a great research tool for you to utilize while you're studying at Nexford. I truly recommend it. It's super rich, as you can see, and it's already included in your Nexford tuition. We'll talk more about what else is included in your Nexford tuition shortly, but let me just quickly say that you'll see that the inbox button here, I failed to mention earlier, is also one of the many ways you can communicate with the learner community or even professors. So you could just compose a new message, select the course that you're enrolled in. For example, let's say Roadmap to Success. It's one of the BBA courses. And then normally you get the option to select students or teachers. But here again, I'm only being given the option to message myself, but put your subject, put your message and send. And it is that easy to send a message and communicate with anybody also via the inbox. So next I said I want to talk more about the different learner benefits that you get. So this is already available right here in the navigation pane. You'll find a link also to LinkedIn Learning. So if you haven't heard of LinkedIn Learning, it's connected to LinkedIn, and normally you need a paid subscription to be able to access LinkedIn Learning courses. But as a Nexford learner, you also get access to more than 16,000 LinkedIn Learning courses and videos that cover so many different topics that also do not have to be related to the Nexford program that you're currently studying. And that's the great thing about it, is if you are studying, let's say, an MSDA with Nexford, you're into data analytics, but you also have an additional interest in marketing, you can search for marketing courses in LinkedIn Learning and study those, and that way you're gaining additional skills next to your Nexford program. And of course, after you complete a LinkedIn Learning course, you do receive a certificate of completion, which you get your resume, great way to sharpen your skills, to boost your resume, and overall just accelerate your career growth. And it's a great way to show your current employer or your future employer that you're gaining skills as you study at Nexford. You're not just waiting for your degree to complete in order to apply those, but you're gaining additional skills along the way through all of the learner benefits that you get at Nexford. So this is, again, just one of the many learner benefits. If you want to learn more, you can go to also our career website or webpage rather. You'll see at nexford.edu/career. This is where you learn more about all of our career services. So one of those, of course, is LinkedIn Learning, which we just covered. There is also IBM Digital Nation Africa, if you are in fact based in Africa, which is great. Then you get access to these courses as well. It's for those that are more interested in programming or cybersecurity or AI. And then you'll see there's also Forage. So Forage is normally a free resource anyway, but we partnered up with them for a similar reason with LinkedIn Learning, is that we provide you suggestions for Forage programs to take, just as we do with LinkedIn Learning within your courses. In fact, for LinkedIn Learning, I just want to mention that if you do not want to study something random, different topics on LinkedIn Learning, you'll find that there are LinkedIn Learning courses already embedded within your Nexford courses that you'll be taking. So you will be gaining certificates along the way anyway. So with Forage, we also provide you suggestions for which Forage programs to take while you're studying at Nexford that is related to the program that you've chosen or that you're studying. So at Forage, you get the opportunity to do job simulations, but at real companies like JP Morgan and Accenture. You can see they vary in difficulty level, they vary in how long it takes to complete them. Some of them can be really robust, but I know I've received feedback from a lot of learners about how, not only challenging it was, but, just rewarding to really do these job simulations. And as you can see here, once you complete them, you also receive a certificate of completion. I know I get a lot of positive reviews on these as well. We see people learners posting about it all the time on LinkedIn. And so that's just, again, another way, an immersive experience that can let you practice real world skills and hopefully build your confidence, give you a competitive edge in the job market, and then you'll be ready to unlock your potential and hopefully achieve your goals. So yeah, there's honestly so much to unpack in the online platform that I think I'll give the mic here, perhaps back to Roberta or Lydia. So thanks, everybody.
All right. Thank you, Therese. Thank you, Mai, as well, for the admission requirements and also the virtual tour. At this point, that is it from the Nexford team in terms of the application process, the requirements, and basically how you will navigate the platform. As we had mentioned, if you have any questions, and we've also put in the chat box, please feel free to put them on the box. But we do also have a couple of minutes, and if you'd like to answer any question, you can raise your hand and we will allow you to ask the question. And also, as Mai was doing the virtual tour, she did mention that there are WhatsApp group for your peers, fellow learners. So there are those for your programs, and these would be global from, you are together with other learners who are taking the Nexford programs across the world. But there's also a dedicated Kenya Airways learners WhatsApp group. We will have that, on the website very soon. But of course, once you enroll, we are currently able to add you manually up until, we have it on the website and you can be able to join the WhatsApp group automatically. All right, it seems as though that was exhaustive. There are no questions on the Q&A box, and I can see none also on the chat box. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us on our webinar today. If you have any questions, the Kenya Community Space is located at Sanlam Tower on Waiyaki Way in Westlands on the 6th floor. Please feel free to visit us at any given point in time, or you can call us on the number on your screen, or also email us, and we'll be able to support you accordingly. We have different teammates that we work with from the admissions team, applications team. So if you feel you'd also need support with the program that you should take based on the goals that you have, our team is also at hand to support you with that. So thank you so much, the Nexford team as well, for your time in taking the Kenya Airways employees through our webinar today. And I'd like to wish you all a lovely afternoon, and we look forward to having you join the Nexford learning programs. Thank you so much all, and goodbye. Oh, sorry, I see there's a question. I'm sorry, team. Agnes, I see you are typing something. Would you want me to unmute you? I have unmuted in case you'd like to ask the question live. All right. That's okay. If you have any questions, please feel free to email kenya@nexford.edu. We will also share with you this presentation through Effie as well. So you'll have our contact details. We look forward to receiving any inquiries that you might have.